Hello everyone, today's construction day 179.
All right, so you know it's a late night when we're already back at our townhome. Another long day. We had a couple visitors today, so I've mentioned John and Gemelin a few times. They're good friends of ours. We've visited, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 times now on the site.
Yes, they like being with us there.
Yeah, they come up 4 or 5 times now. They've really watched our videos from the beginning, and then they've visited at various stages, so they've got to see the house kind of grow. And I believe they're the only ones, other than Wilma and I, that know about the mystery tile.
That is correct.
I don't think anybody else had a sneak peek, so they're the only one that knows about the mystery tile. We also had new subscribers come up today, Shane and Emma. And they are from Australia, and they bought a piece of property on our road, just down about, what, 1.5 kilometers?
That's what he said, it's about a kilometer and a half.
Yeah, about 1.5 kilometers south of us, down towards Dallinmore. So I believe on Monday we're going to go visit their site, and maybe I'll take a video if they don't mind. But they're going to be building a home next year. And I've still been getting a lot of emails. I think I got 2 more emails in the last 24 hours of more people looking to buy land in the area and build homes. So it's definitely getting popular. The 10%ers are growing. It may be the 11%ers. But we'll go ahead and get you guys some updates. All right, so as far as I'm concerned, this was a big accomplishment. You guys know how nervous I was. One, just to get this piece of granite up here. Very nervous that it wasn't going to make it. And then it's been stored over here, you know, for over a week. And this is the back side of the piece that goes back there. So today, the goal was to get this large piece from here to there. And it wasn't easy. So the guys carried it around, set it up, and laid it right in place. No problems at all. So no work has been done on it. But just take a look. And I just took a minute with a rag and a little bit of Windex and just went through here and just gave it a quick wipe down. But just look how nice it looks. We really like this a lot. This was Wilma's pick. It's going to have some nice overhang. So here's the overhang. Couple knuckles. Same thing on this side, a little bit less, but definitely an overhang. So what they're going to do tomorrow is they're going to start bullnosing this. So they have a special tool, and this will be rounded corners as well. But my understanding is they start with a real gritty sandpaper, so like a low grit, I guess, and start really grinding it, and then they get finer and finer, and really put a nice bullnose on this all the way around. Definitely here in the corners as well. We want to round these corners off real nice. So they're going to work on that. Now, I think we still got to go through and measure and make sure it's exactly right. But definitely was nervous. Wilma said, "Hey, do you want me to film while you guys put this up here?" And I said, no way. Because I was fearing, I don't even want to say what I was fearing. Just because it's such a wide piece, and it was real heavy. I think we had 6 guys on it, and we got it in place, and they did it very quick, so very, very happy. So we cleaned up the top of this. The guys went through with sandpaper because they wanted to make sure there was no glue or anything on top of the cabinet, of the island cabinet. So they went through and they did a sandpaper all the way around, got it all smooth, and then laid it in place. And it does not move. I mean, I'm really pulling on it. It will not move. It's such a heavy piece. So I told the foreman, PD, that I do want a video, and he doesn't like to be on video too much, and I keep him out of most videos. But I did say I do want to show how he does a bullnose on this. I think that's interesting because typically when you buy granite, at least in the U.S., it comes already from wherever you get the granite from. It's already polished and it's already has the correct bullnose on it, or whatever type of edging that you pick. That's done at the place that they cut the granite, not on site, or at least that's my experience with the pieces of granite that I bought throughout the years. But he's going to do that here on site. Now, I was told that it's going to create a lot of dust, so we'll deal with that. Pool pumps here, so that's good. So there is the actual pool pump, and then you guys have seen the filter. That's been here for a while. So again, another item up on site, real good. So we're going to start working on this, and then also we're going to get this in place, the back piece. And we did the measurement, and this is actually wider than 39. It's actually 42 centimeters, so it's going to be a little bit more of an overhang. And I think it was about 4 or 5 centimeters longer than what it was advertised, which is not bad. It just gives us a little more of an overhang, so that's good. The overhang here is that much. So very happy with it, and we'll see how it plays out tomorrow when they start sanding it. Take a look at the spare bedroom number 2, the catch-all room. Look at all the Balikbayan boxes. So we brought 7 more up today. So there's quite a few here. I have no idea what's in any of these. What I did do is I numbered all of them. So this is box number 2. And I do have on my laptop have a spreadsheet that outlines what's in every box. So, once we get to the point to start opening boxes, I can go to that spreadsheet and it'll tell me what's in here, so we'll know what room it was. There's box 11. We shipped 35, believe it or not. But this room is definitely filling up. And I think we're down, if I'm not mistaken, to only 3 or 4 more Balikbayan boxes to bring up. So not bad at all. All right, so today they made some really good gains with grouting. So take a look. We'll start here. This whole wall, including the water feature, is fully grouted. It looks great. And today they put in the brass sprayers. So I'll try to get close. So they're in place. Looks good. So very happy with that. So things are definitely moving along. You guys saw yesterday that this wall was grouted. And the guys here are taking a break. They got this wall completed. And then here is the big look. I've been waiting for this to get done. So the steps are finally done. You guys know it's about a day a step. Very similar to my famous steps going into Wilma's garden. It took me a day to do each step. It took them a day. Their steps are much more complicated. But take a look. Look how good it looks. All the way up. We're very glad that we kept the pattern of the blue all the way up. And now you can see the running line of the mosaic. So if I didn't explain it right, now you can see it. And then with the blue, we have the blue running to keep the line going. And take a look at all the cuts. I don't know with the mosaic pattern, but they got it wide and then they just keep doing a taper down. Sandy wants to get in the film, but take a look at the back. See how narrow that is? Really, really nice. So it actually looks like a fan. Now it's not grouted yet, and they'll go ahead and grout it tomorrow because they got to let it dry. So I can't step on it, but I guess Sandy's just helping herself. But take a look at the steps. Really pleased. Bench is completed. So the tiling itself is now done. But they do have to grout the steps tomorrow. And then they need to clean all these joints. And that's going to take some time because, of course, the walls really don't catch any dirt. The floors do. So they have to start grouting the floor tomorrow. Look at the bullnose. Look how good that looks. Look at the transition between the mosaic and how it transitions over. Now I'm going to go through and put a nice weatherproof sealer on this all the way around. I'll probably test a piece somewhere and see if it changes the color. If it changes the color significantly, I probably won't seal it because we really like this white, how it pops. And I don't want to have the sealer change this color compared to this color. We want it to stay the same. So this has waterproofer in it, but I don't want two different colors. So I'm going to do a test on this. And I am not going to go through and do one little tiny brush at a time, this entire pool. That I'm not going to do. But definitely made some good gains today with grouting. So they did pull a guy off from grouting and have him work the bar today. So the first thing they did was they measured the granite, and the granite is 60 cm wide, 240 cm long. So what they did was they made a 3 cm overhang for a specific reason. I bought LED lights that's going to go around the rim of this bar area. And it's 5 meters long, so it's going to be enough to wrap around and then go underneath the granite for the span here at the bar. So basically there will be LED lights all the way around shining down. So I think that's going to look real nice. So that's why I wanted a 3M overhang. So what that did was they needed to cut. This cement came out a little further, about here. So they went ahead and cut that back today. And then they also cut the tile. And tomorrow what they're going to do is they're going to put some cement in here with some tile grip. And they're going to put the same pattern of blue, mosaic blue, right here on the end cap on both sides of the bar. And then this will be rendered. So now they got the wall up and you can see the rebar going through. So this is has to dry overnight. And then they're going to put a topping on here. You've seen it before. And get it nice and flat to accept the granite. And then the electrical outlet, I asked for it to be up. Looks like they only dug to here. I'm going to have them dig up and put it up as high as possible. Now we can put a weatherproof switch. That's not a problem, receptacle. But I want to get it as high as possible because the granite will act as a roof. If I have it down here, weather will get at it much easier. But definitely made some nice gains today on our water feature / bar. For those of you who watch all our videos, when I showed this granite, I was actually showing you the underside, the non-polished side, and Wilma picked up on that on the video. She said, you showed the underside, which is not polished. I didn't realize it. So this is the look of the bar top. We wanted something with some whites in it, and it's got a little bit of tan like the fence will be, but it's mostly black, but it's the closest we could find. We're happy with it. It's got some nice design in it. But I just wanted to show you that I videoed the underside, the flat side, without the shine. So this is what our bar is going to look like once installed. All right, so they were able to work on the lavatory today. So the first thing is they able to get the top on, the bowl. And you guys know that we made this change here at the end just because we like this design coming out, and it just made it easier. And it actually gives us more room here to walk around, because the original design was to have the cabinet come out all the way, I think, to just a few inches from the edge. So it'd be way out here. So if you think about it, it would be a little tight. So it gave us more room. So we like that. And there's the mirror. That's the back side of it. So it has shells on both sides and lights on top. So that's going to go basically right off the running line and go up, over, and down. So I'm not sure when that's going to get installed. But what they were working on today is working on the water heater. So as you guys know, this is a multi-point Panasonic, and that came highly recommended. So what that can do is do multiple fixtures at one time. So they started cutting the holes for the water inlet, and now they're going to be working on getting all the water hooked up. So this being a multi-point, you set your temperature right there, what temperature you're happy with, and then you leave it alone. You don't touch it. You do not have to turn this off. It's designed to come on when it feels water rushing through it. So if there's no water on, then there'll be obviously no need for this to turn on. It'll shut off. But say you're in the shower and you turn the shower on, it'll feel the water rushing by, and it will automatically turn on and heat the water to your desired temperature. So you have to set that to what you feel comfortable with. So the only downside with having it in here is if you want a hotter shower, you would have to come here before you jump in the shower and turn the dial up a little bit. Big deal. Or if you want to take a cold shower, like I have to do once in a while, you go and turn it down a little bit, and then you can take your cold shower. So that's the only downside. But the benefit is you don't see this. It's all hidden here in the cabinet. So we like the fact of the clean look, because the only other alternative is to have it up here with an electrical outlet, and we did not want that. We wanted a very clean, just the two water lines with the shower coming up, coming out with the rain type of shower. That's what we wanted, so we had to buy a multi-point, and we put it in the cabinet. All right, the new guy, Gamai, he went ahead and put another coat of paint, that gloss latex, on all the doors. So they really came out nice doing that extra coat. So it has a primer coat when you buy it. Then it had one coat of gloss, and then he did a second coat of gloss. That did the trick. It looks really nice. And then he also took enamel paint and went over the jambs again. And then he set up a fan and let it dry all day. So he was working on the doors all day. So take a look at this door. Same thing. So prime coat and then 2 coats of gloss. It looks really nice. And then same thing with our master bedroom. Now this door took him several hours because this was a wooden door that was not primed. So this was rough. And when we had this door installed, I was not pleased at all with it. I'm like, wow, this is a pretty rough, like a real rough cut. It felt like sandpaper. And he said, don't worry about it. I'm going to make it look good. So he sat here with a palm sander with 120 grit sandpaper and worked on this inside and out for several hours. And it is as smooth as can be. Then he took sandpaper and folded it up and cleaned all these joints with by hand sandpaper. And then he went ahead and did a nice coat of paint. Now this already was primed here once by one of the other guys. They put a primer coat on it, but it was a primer coat over the roughness. But he came through and sanded it and put one nice coat of high gloss on here. And I don't think it needs another coat. I really don't. It looks so good. So very, very pleased, and he also did some more enamel. Now when he only did enamel to here though. I told him not to put it here and he didn't, because we're gonna rough this up a little bit, and we want this relaxed khaki to go over and be part of this. We don't want this to be the color of the door. We want it to be the color of the wall, like it is with the other doors. But a real nice job today getting the doors finished.